Of course we're all excited about a brand new Shredder figure, but if you think it's weird that he has so much blue in his outfit, let me bring in a few other examples that have the same thing. I honestly have more blue than not. This is the brand new Krang Shredder figure from the NECA Toys Archie Comics TMNT Adventures line. And since I don't save these boxes, I've got to take just a second to admire some of this artwork. I really like how they do that comic book style shading on the side. Ace Duck is hopefully coming soon. And I'm really curious to see how that Krang is going to sit on top of his shoulder. One more nice drawing here on the other side. And this thing is just about ready to be opened up. Let's see what's inside. So right out of the box, Shredder comes with a Krang on top, just like in issues 24 and 25 from the Archie TMNT Adventures line. Krang uses Belly Bomb's bad breath to knock Shredder out and, take over his head. Of course, the turtles eventually come in for a fight, and Raphael's able to pop that brain off for good. For accessories, we get this pretty impressive weapon. It's basically a bow staff with a serrated blade on the end. I don't know the official name, but let me know if you do. Then we have this little bonsai tree, and just like in the issue, it has a single blossom coming out. This piece is definitely going to find its way in all sorts of TMNT scenes, and I'm sure this one is a lot easier to take care of than a real bonsai tree. The Krang figure itself is honestly pretty different than the other Archie version we've already gotten. It has a lot more wrinkles and wiggles on the sides, and of course it's caved out on the inside so you can do the finger puppet move just like the original vintage figure. You can see here the difference in the expression and the overall shape of the head. The new version has a few more added lines there on the forehead, and it actually has these 3D veins on the side. Again, a little more similar to that original vintage figure. These are even shaded in on this side, so pretty cool to see that they changed it up a little bit. And then I already popped it on the body, but this is the Shredder head that comes in the package. Mine unfortunately had a little white blemish, so look out for that. The overall color of his helmet is a white, which is kind of unusual, but it really works. It definitely complements the blue and purple. You get a bunch of different hands, but the two most notable ones are this one set of fists with blades, and then the gripping hands actually have a vertical hinge, which I think is unusual for NECA, but it definitely makes holding the weapon pretty easy. I can't think of any other NECA figures that have this vertical hinge. I know I've seen it on some Super 7 Ultimates, but not sure about this line. And here's a quick look with the Krang head instead. Still looking menacing. While changing the heads, I noticed that the cape is actually its own separate piece, which probably should have been obvious. So you can take it off and go for this deep V-neck pose if you want to. Here's how it looks with the Krang brain on top. Not too bad. And then here it is with the old Shred head. This one works a little bit better, I think, but I'm probably going to stick with the cape. Alright, with the cape back on, let's take a closer look at the details on this figure. As far as I know, this is a brand new body. He's got a wide chest, lots of detail and shaping, soft plastic cloth down here. A lot of the armor pieces actually have some light blue embellishment to kind of add to the flare. Looking good, lots of sculpting and muscle detail on the back. Of course, he's got those shin guards on the bottom, same thing with the blue detail on the side. And then nothing super special that I noticed with the feet, but they're looking good. I am really liking how this white armor looks. One of the biggest functional improvements to this Shredder is the pinless joints. You can see them there in the elbow and then also the knee. Both were super smooth. Then I'm honestly not sure about other Shredders, but you can twist at the waist 360 degrees, so we're going to have plenty of different posing possibilities. I'll do a few comparisons that I think are pretty important. The first one is the matchup with one of the wrestling turtles, Raphael. It's pretty much inevitable that NECA is going to release the Archie-style turtles in a regular color 4-pack. My guess is that's probably going to be the SDCC drop this year, but I don't have any inside info. Here's how he stacks up with the Shredder with a shred head on top. Definitely a lot shorter, but I think it's going to look good. The wrestlers already had the pinless joints, so I'm guessing they're just going to use this body. Here's Shredder stacked up next to Belly Bomb. If we ever get an Archie-style accessory pack, we definitely need the doctor's outfit for Belly Bomb. There is a repaint of this guy coming out soon, so maybe it'll come with him. Next up is what I think is the original Archie-style figure, and that's the Slash. This one's cool, but I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they ended up redoing it. Slash is such a well-loved character that I know I would rebuy it. And then as far as attaching the Krang to Shredder, he really does just plug onto those armor bits. The Krang arm gets in the way a little bit, but there's still some different possibilities there. And then probably the most important comparison there is comparing the Toon Shredder with this new Archie Shredder, because that Ultimate Deluxe Shredder that's coming out soon for the Toon line is supposed to be using the same body. And when you see these two side by side, you can really see how much we needed that updated Shredder sculpt. He's just got a ton more beefiness, a lot more posability. My original Toon Shredder is just kind of loose and focused on those limbs, hard to stand up sometimes. Of course, the original has the pins and the joints. The only thing it has going for it that the new one doesn't have is that toe crease. That's not really something that I'm ever going to use, so I'm not going to miss it, but maybe some more hardcore photographers are going to miss that one. So if you weren't sure if you needed the new Ultimate Shredder, I think this probably answers your question. As far as I can tell, every single piece of the new Shredder is brand new, no reuse. It might be the same fabric for the cape, but that's such a minor detail, you're definitely going to want the new one. I'm not sure when it comes out, but as far as I know, that's one of the next Toon Ultimates, so be on the lookout. The Archie line has already become a favorite of mine, but this brand new Krang Shredder has definitely taken it to the next level. I absolutely love the blue and the color scheme. The fact that we already have 2 different Krangs is absolutely awesome, and I think people are going to be really pleased with the increased articulation, and of course those pinless joints. There are just enough accessories included as well, so this is definitely a must-buy. Everyone I've seen online loves this figure as well, but let me know what you think down in the comments. I appreciate you checking out the video, and we'll see you next time.